Hey, this is Mark Valier with MK Golf. Today we're going to work with Andy. He's come in for some putter adjustments. He's got a putter that he thinks is caused him some strokes. So, Andy, I want you to make a few putts with that.
All right.
And see what happens. So, what you're putting to primarily a very straight putt. We had this set up really nice for us. It's very level. So, where would you say your miss is with that putter?
To the right.
To the right? Okay. So I see you have a face balanced putter. Now typically a face balanced putter is a left miss putter. A toe hang putter, a putter that has a geometry where the toe is hanging down, that's typically a right miss putter. We do a lot of work with the Ping engineers, but we've had a good relationship with them. Now this happens to be a face balanced putter, so based on the geometry, now you say you have a right miss, but I also see that your heel is in the ground and your toe is in the air. So that would kind of give me an indication that that would make the ball go left. So what I'd like to see us do now, let's try it. I want to see where your stroke is. So I've got something set up here. I use Blast Motion. It gives us a lot of data. So just make a few putts with that and let's see what your numbers are. Now I'm using a 38-inch putter. Okay.
0.9.
So
Close.
right now, your backstroke rotation and your forward stroke rotation, the differential is 0.9 degrees. So that's really good. If you can repeat that, if you're less than 1 degree each time, that can, if you're a good green reader, and you get those numbers like that, I don't really care what this is. I don't care if it's 10 and 10 or 12 and 12 or 1 and 1. I really don't care as long as it's repeatable. If it's repeatable, then maybe all I have to do is teach you how to read a green. Now, I'm not unhappy with that at all, even though your toe's in the air. So now let's try to make it, and your tempo is a little on the slow side. Your backstroke rotation, PGA Tour average is about 0.6 or higher. So the math behind all this is that's a little on the slow side. That's good. That's great. So let's see if we can improve your tempo a little bit, and let's try to get that putter a little flatter. You know, so that I can always do a line go check on that later, but let's try to get that putter a little flatter.
0.7.
Okay.
Close.
Now again, so your backstroke rotation is less in degrees, but your face is, again, less than 1 degree at impact, so that's outstanding. You improve your backstroke time a little bit, and your tempo is still the same, so your tempo is a little on the slow side, so I'd like to see a little bit more acceleration, just a little bit. You made that putt. So I'm not super, from a technical perspective, I'm not, that's a great setup right there. Much flatter. I could bend that a couple of degrees.
1.1.
So you missed that a little left, so your face change was a little higher from 0.9, 0.7 to 1.1, but still reasonably close. So your back stroke rotation is consistent in that near 7 degree range. Let's do one more. And let's try to get this backstroke time a little bit faster.
Zero point 0.4.
Okay.
Close.
Really, really, really good. Now, see our arc. So let's talk about the arc. You can either be a straight back and straight through putter, somebody that doesn't have a lot of rotational change in degrees. You can have a reasonably slight arc, which is what I would consider that to be, or you can have a stronger arc. So somebody that's really kind of coming in to the face to in, and you're not that. So you've got a great rotation. Your tempo now is going up. I'd like to see that one a little higher. That's pretty slow. You're making putts on my flat putt here. 0.4 is awesome. Let's do it again.
Zero point 0.9.
Outstanding.
Close.
Okay, so probably not going to get you higher based on what I'm seeing here. That seems to be your putting DNA. Tempo is improving because your forward stroke time is a little less. So on the tour, I think what I see and what I read and what I experience and more or less study is the length of stroke is the same for everything they're trying to do, but their tempo might be a little quicker. So I want to do one thing. This is called a putter wheel. I want to see if you can putt this straight, not necessarily make it, but so if you stroke that, and if you stroke it pure, where the center of mass of the putter into that wheel, it will roll. Well, that's really good.
1.1.
Didn't really think you were gonna make that, you almost did. So, you're very consistent. Now, having played golf with you before, you know, a couple of times, one of the things I noticed about you is you're a really good putter, but you have a really kind of an awkward setup. So, but this longer putter may actually get your hands to be a little higher, and as I see you've done that, I don't see a big change in geometry. Now that's probably that's your biggest error you've had, 1.1. So again, if I'm gonna be critical, I'd like to see that a little faster. I like to tempo be a little 1.2 maybe, and then everything else is pretty good. So you have a right miss, but you're playing with a left miss putter. So what I would do is I would go with a right miss putter instead of a face balance putter. This putter that you have, this is a great piece of equipment, but and it has these tails on it, which is basically for high moment of inertia. I'm more traditional. That's an answer shot putter. I would go put this in my my bag of clubs that don't work, and I would
Solitary
go.
confinement.
Yeah, I would go with something like that. Perfect. This is Mark Valera with MK Golf. We'll see you soon.